Dharmasya Sarva Dharmaswarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namastri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchitsukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharini. Our very dear Swatmaramananda, a big name, actually is a person like that. And our devotees. Maharaj is presently the head of our center in Durban, South Africa. That's the main center, the headquarters. We have one more center and several sub-centers in South Africa. Maharaj heads the main center there. अच्छा ये रिकॉर्डिंग साइड से करना चाहिए होगा ওখান থেকে করতে পারো ভালো হ্যাঁ because you know it always upsets people every time इधे बोले तो सर्वपिंजितन they will become very upset. Now behind the chairs so that no Maharaj's view is not obstructed. So Maharaj has been in South Africa for more than 3 years now. Am I right?
8 years.
8 years. 9th year is going on. So earlier he was in our Bangalore ashrama for many years because he's very young, much younger than me. But he's doing very beautiful work there. I happened to go to South Africa. First I went in 2010 and again I went in 25. Now he has completely brought all the different groups together. It's a beautiful harmony and everybody is working so happily and so enthusiastically. People are so happy. Because if he opens his mouth, it is all sweetness, madhu only. Nothing but sweetness. And of course he's a very good speaker, no doubt, because in those countries, Prachara is one of our main work. And you'll be surprised, I felt so jealous of him because, you know, Maharaj has to just sit and give guidance, that's all. Here we ourselves have to run around, where is the chair, it's not like that. From 5 o'clock, devotees come to help the ashram, from 5 a.m. There is, most of the work is done by volunteers only. Huge ashrama. And any number of people come, they take breakfast, they take lunch, everything. Maharaj, come, more people. Everybody is welcome. And they come, they prepare, they take, they clean. Night 10 o'clock, they clean all vessels, everything, keep and then go. Women also. So, and because of his that very affectionate and caring nature, people have been able to come together. They are feeling so much of oneness with the ashrama. See, that ashrama was originally started by one Swami Nischalanaji. He was a very great missionary. Actually, he had come to Belur Math. Then I think he was initiated by Raja Marana. Virajananji. And then he went back and then he started. And he was so famous. He had grown. I mean, unbelievable crowds used to come for his programs. So much so, suddenly one day in a cave where he used to go and sit and meditate, he was found dead. So nobody knew. So then the next person, suddenly it was a big blow, but then the next Swami did even better because he was a great organizer. The next person, what his name was? Shivapadananji. He really organized the work in South Africa. Then after his passing away, after some years, then it was affiliated to mission. And first Swami Vimokshanji was there for some years. And again there were some small little issues. Then after his going away, now all the work has been unified. Every center, so many people come for program. In one day I did 4 programs. In all the 4 places there were people. And every sub-center has a beautiful choir. There's some devotees are there. Someone will sing with harmonium, someone to play tabla. They have a beautiful prayer book. Some common songs, all centers will sing. And all devotees will sing. I mean, such organized. Devotees come, everybody will come in time. It's not like that. If you see today, 6 o'clock, 5:40 also some people will come and you will see. There it's not. Exactly they will come. Nobody will leave in half of the program. See, I was surprised. I went to Phoenix. 600 people in the hall. The program was to begin at 8:30. From 8 they started singing. By 8 it was full. The whole auditorium was completely full by 8. And the Swami who is heading it says, Maharaj, some of the devotees, they start at 5 a.m. And that is their Sunday satsang. He says, it's not because you have come. Every Sunday we almost get this crowd. And you know that he was organizing, there were 3 seats. I was even senior team, so I was sitting in the middle. He was one side and Maharaj was this side. And this whole program, he was just only from 8:30 till 10 o'clock or so, he was just sitting with eyes closed. Somebody was announcing. The announcer goes, singing is going on. In the last stanza, he is already there near the mic to announce. Then they will close the auditorium, there will be sound and nothing. Oh, he's already ready. And you know, beautiful, everything is timed to perfection. And the Swami who was in charge, so sitting with closed eyes. It was a sight. It was very beautiful. So Maharaj, of course, he is also our Bangalore ashrama is always supposed to be a very beautiful, disciplined ashrama. He was looking after the students' home. And he comes every year to India. He is very fortunate. He gets about time. This time maybe they are all busy with something else. So actually around this time he comes every year. So I requested him, today he will give first a talk. And toward the end he will sing at least 2 bhajans. You will see the quality of music. Today is a trailer. Tomorrow it will be full bhajan session from 5 to 6. Okay? So I now request Maharaj to begin his talk. He can talk as much as he likes, even up to 6 o'clock. Then also he can sing. And we have time. Okay, Maharaj?
Yes, Maharaj. Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Offering my Sastanga Pranam at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, I offer my humble pranams to revered Srimad Swami Shantatmananda Ji Maharaj, and also I offer my heartfelt namaskars to all of you. I also forgot to offer my namaskar to the sadhus and the brahmacharis. Sorry for that. Today, I am very happy to be in the midst of this gathering in Gurugram, in this ashram. Swamiji has very kindly given me an opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you. And very surprisingly, I have chosen, morning I was thinking to speak on the concept of Guru principle. Suddenly I thought I should speak on this subject, that is tears and Sri Ramakrishna. Tears and Sri Ramakrishna. And you'll be surprised if you go through the gospel and find out how many times the word tears has come. There in gospel, it is more than 165 times. In the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, we have this word called tears for more than 125 times. And I don't know, weeping, crying, and all these words, maybe a few more times too. So I got the desire to analyze and take up this thing. What is the speciality about crying? Now, Sri Ramakrishna has given us a wonderful way by which whatever the worldly things we have, which binds us to this world, creates attachment. If you turn that towards God, that will release you. One of the beautiful examples given by Swami Harshanandaji Maharaj was, suppose you take a lock and key. If you turn that key in the clockwise direction, then it binds you. The same key, if you turn anti-clockwise, it releases you. So now you can see the energy, the effort is the same, but the vector, the direction is different, and it releases you. Likewise, so many things in this world, whatever might be inimical to our spiritual life, if you give that a Godward turn, as Sri Ramakrishna tells, turn it towards God, whether it is Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya, Lobha, Moha, the Arishad Varga. Ari means enemy, Shad means 6, Varga means group, this group of 6 enemies which are within us. How to overcome that? He tells you, do not worry about suppressing that or taking it away. Just give a Godward turn it towards God, and you will see it will liberate you. So now let us see how we can turn this wonderful aspect of this thing called crying or tears. Now you need not pay any money for this. You need not, put in a lot of effort. What is that we have to do here is just change your attitude. So how to do that? What is that, changing the attitude? Now, after 3 years, I will take you through one incident. See, sometimes we have to, as Yatishwaranandaji Maharaj used to tell, from sublime to ridiculous. So sometimes we have to go to the ridiculous and again take you up to the sublime. So let me take you through one incident, which I narrate there in South Africa to the devotees there. After 3 years, now the wife starts to think that their only little child, the baby, looks different. So she decides to do a DNA test. She finds that after the DNA result has come, that child is actually from completely different parents. Now, the wife was upset. She called the husband. Oh, husband, I have something very serious to tell you. Now the husband asked very coolly, what's that? What's happened to you? Now the wife replied, according to the DNA test, DNA result, this is not our child. Now the husband told, well, I know that. How do you know that? What happened? Well, don't you remember when we were leaving the hospital after all the delivery and that baby was taken care, the mother was taken care when we were leaving the hospital, you noticed that the baby has soiled in the diapers. So it had dirtied the diapers. And you said, husband, honey, go and change the baby. I'll wait for you here. So you told, go and change the baby. I went in. I saw there was a clean baby there. So I changed the baby and bought that baby, that's all. You yourself told to change the baby. Now, the caption after this incident is, don't give the work to the people who are not fit to do that work. But here, what I want to take you through from this incident is, do not change or take away these things, the kama, krodha, mada, matsarya, the enemies, the internal enemies. Only what we have to do is change your attitude. That's all. Then you will see so many things, you will have so much of beautiful progress in spiritual life. So let me take you through about, in a brief way, about logically and scientifically, what is this tears? Tears, it's a combination of sugar, protein, salt, antibiotic, and antimicrobial substance in the liquid form. It is there inside this area. It's called lacrimal glands. So now, what is it doing there? It provides moistness to our eyes and it provides immunity. And is there any difference in quality? You'll be surprised to hear that the quality of tears are different in male and female. Okay, let us hear something very special what Sri Ramakrishna has to tell about the tears. Sri Ramakrishna tells that the tears of joy flows at the outer corner of the eyes. And Sri Ramakrishna tells the tears of sorrow flows at the inner corner of your eyes. If you have noticed, Sri Ramakrishna tells this. So see, you can find out so many different types of crying and weeping and tears are there. Now, going forward, one of the Japanese scientists, after much research, is given many special aspects of this tear. What is that? Tears can cure your disease. According to psychiatry, psychology, we tell that laughter cures many ills. But here, the scientists have proved that tears also can cure many diseases. Now, as a small child, I used to read one magazine called Reader's Digest. In that, there was a column. What was that? Laughter, the best medicine. So in that laughter, the best medicine, one person went to the doctor and told the doctor, "Doctor, if laughter is the best medicine, why should I come to you, take the medicines? I can laugh and be happy." And what was the reply of the doctor? The doctor told, yes, laughter may be the best medicine for many ills, but some cases it doesn't work. What is that, doctor? Can you give one example? Laughter will not be the medicine when you have diarrhea or loose motion. So now, here the scientists have found that even shedding tears and crying and weeping can cure your disease. Stuttgart, through many of his researchers, found how tears can cure many diseases. Now, it can take out sorrow, worries, tension, and mental pressure. It eases out when you shed tears and makes your mind lighter. When we cry, when we shed tears, it can put out many toxins, according to a German scientist. But at the same time, when we suppress tears and we don't shed or cry, it may cause running nose, cough and cold, burning sensation of the eyes, head reeling, chest pain, and even headache. Now, a doctor called James in the United States of America, he tells, health improves if we cry now and then. in the University of New York, psychiatrist William Bryan, he found that in that country, that is America, females outlive males. Why? Because they watch sorrowful movies and cry so much. So by crying, feelings of the mind will get a vent to come out and longevity increases. So now you might have found in the life of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, once it so happened one of the women devotee who had come to Mother, when her very near one passed away, she was in a very sorrowful mood, but she was not crying. Holy Mother insisted, my dear daughter, shed out, cry, put out that tears from your heart, that otherwise it will be very bad for you. She insisted her to cry. So what happens when you shed tears? All that pent up tension and worries and emotions, there will be a vent to come out. Now we shall come to the other aspect of tears. What is that? If you analyze, when do we cry? When we feel sorrowful. Then when we have fear, when we have pain. You should also note, we cry when we have exuberance of joy too. Then when our pride is hurt, manahani. Then when we are helpless. And also you can find that when your ego is crushed, then too you get tears. And in spiritual life, when you have the vyakulata. What is vyakulata? The English meaning given there in the dictionary is discomposure, disquietude. But you know better, because in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna you find that word vyakulata so many times. So when you lose something very close to you, whether it may be a matter, whether it may be a person, or you have lost the way, so you will be having a restless state of your mind to get that back. So that state of our mind is vyakulata. So when you feel for God like this, then too you can get the tears. I heard that Swami Chaitanaanandaji Maharaj, when he was taking up this gospel class and telling about these tears, that you should, if you shed tears to God, then God will be pleased and you can get the favor of God. Then one of the ladies, because he was speaking in Hollywood Center, so there were so many actors from the Hollywood used to come to the center there. So one of the female actress there in the Hollywood, that movies, she too was there in the lecture. She came to the Swamiji and asked Chaitanaanandaji, Swami, I am an actress. I can cry without any reason. I have the expertise in crying, shedding tears, even without putting glycerin to my eyes. So if I cry like that, can I get God? Can I get realization? Because in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna mentions about it. Now Chaitanaanandaji was very much confused. He couldn't answer then. Then he had to, next time he had to come back to India and place this problem in front of revered Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj. Then Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj gave him some answer. I don't remember that answer, but we can see here in our conversation what Sri Ramakrishna has told. We can get all that answer here. Now going forward, I will take you through wonderful aspect of the shedding the tears or crying. What is that? The process of shedding tears has many spiritual benefits according to Sri Ramakrishna. As I have studied in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna in a different way, I saw Sri Ramakrishna telling this process of shedding the tears can help us spiritually evolve. What is that? All these ways. What is that ways? It can wash away the dirt and impurities of our mind. It can bring you God's grace. It can give you God's vision and also God's realization. It can bring you God's favor. It can wash away sins of former births. It will help in attaining yoga. Then the seventh aspect which I have noticed is the fruit of actions, karma phala, does not touch that person. And finally, it dries up the craving for worldly pleasures. See, so many benefits are there by shedding tears for God. We shed tears for so many other things, but now you have to change your attitude, change the vector, and turn it towards God. Then you see you can get, there may be so many benefits. These are some of the things which I could cull out from gospel which Sri Ramakrishna himself has told. So let us take one by one so many beautiful incidences in the gospel where Sri Ramakrishna mentions about this tears, the word tears. Now this is not from the gospel, but this is told by Swami Shardanandaji Maharaj, one of the direct disciples. He's telling, he who will pray to God eagerly will see him. The other day, one of the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, that is Teja Chandra, he was a very sincere soul. Sri Ramakrishna used to frequent his house. Now, Shardanandaji is telling, someone had deposited rupees 200. At that time, rupees 200 was a huge amount. Rupees 200 with Teja Chandra. One day, he was robbed of that amount by a pickpocket in the tram car in Calcutta. He discovered the loss after some time and suffered a terrible mental agony because he was not so rich to compensate that money back to him. So, Sri Ramakrishna had given up his body during this period. He was not there. He has attained Mahasamadhi by this time. So now this devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, Teja Chandra, he came to the bank of Ganga and prayed to Sri Ramakrishna with tears in his eyes. See again, tears in his eyes, Vyakulata. He prayed to Sri Ramakrishna with tears in his eyes. O Lord, what have you done with me? I'm not rich enough to make up the amount from my own pocket. As he was thus weeping, suddenly he saw Sri Ramakrishna appear before him and say, why do you weep so bitterly, my child? The money is there under a brick on the bank of Ganga. He quickly ran there, removed the brick, and he really found there the bundle of banknotes kept there. He narrated the incident to Sharat Maharaj, that is Swami Shardanandaji. Swami Shardanandaji said, you are lucky to get the vision of Sri Ramakrishna even now, but we do not see him. He is just showing his humility, telling that we cannot see him to encourage the other devotees. But he was a very great soul. Shardanandaji Maharaj could see Sri Ramakrishna whenever he wanted. Just like Abhedanandaji, in one of the verses he tells that we have seen Sri Ramakrishna. Tvai bhakti hine, Sri Ramakrishna tvai bhakti hine. In that one of the stotras he tells, we saw Sri Ramakrishna, but we have not gained sufficient devotion to you. But so many devotees, they come now, they have not seen him, they have only heard about him. But even then, they have gained so much of devotion. Sri Ramakrishna tvai bhakti hine kripa kataksham. In that stotra you can find that. He's showing that humility. Likewise here, Shardanandaji Maharaj is telling, you are lucky, O Teja Chandra, to get the vision of Sri Ramakrishna even now. but we do not see him. Now, could you see that tears, when you turn towards God, can give his vision? Then let us go through some of the other incidences in the life of Sri Ramakrishna and the words of Sri Ramakrishna himself. Now, Master is telling, as I said just now, one must live in holy company and pray unceasingly. One should weep for God. When the impurities of the mind are thus washed away, one realizes God. See, shedding tears, weeping for God will clean our mind of the impurities. So Master's words, when the impurities of the mind are thus washed away, one realizes God. The mind is like a needle covered with mud and dirt, and God is like a magnet. The needle cannot be united with the magnet unless it is free from mud and dirt. Now, hear carefully the words of Sri Ramakrishna. Tears wash away the mud and impurities, which is nothing but kama kanchana, lust, anger, greed, and other evil tendencies, and the inclination to worldly enjoyment as well. As soon as the impurities, the mud is washed away, the magnet attracts the needle. That is to say, man or woman, human beings, realizes God. Only the pure in heart can see God. See, how to get the purity of the heart? By shedding tears for God. That's very important. Now, in another place, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, even if one lives in the world, one must go into solitude now and then. It will be of great help to a man if he goes away from his family, lives alone, and weeps for God, even for 3 days. See here, please note it. If you weep for God 3 days, you can see God, Sri Ramakrishna is telling. But it's very difficult. Try and see. It's very difficult to weep for God. You can weep for many other things. Very difficult to weep for God. But here, Master has made it so easy. And what is that? It will be great help to a man if he goes away from his family, lives alone and weeps for God even for 3 days. Even if he thinks of God for 1 day in solitude, when he has the leisure, that too will do him good. People shed whole jug of tears for husband, wife, and children and money. But who cries for God? Now, connected with that incident, or the words of Sri Ramakrishna, I remember one beautiful incident told by Swami Sridharanandaji Maharaj himself. Now he's nearly 101 years. He's living in Sydney. When he used to come, while he was building the Lucknow temple, at the time he used to come to Bangalore. We were then brahmacharis. We used to go and serve him. After all the work, we used to go late in the evening, maybe after 10 o'clock or something, to his room, because after all our work is completed, we were free at that time, and we used to ask Swamiji, can you tell some incidences from the Holy Mother's life or some other disciples of Holy Mother? You have seen so many disciples of Holy Mother and you have served Virajanandaji Maharaj. Can you tell some incidences? And he would go on telling so many beautiful incidences. And it would go up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Then we used to go to our rooms. Wonderful, one of the beautiful incidents I heard from his own sacred mouth is, he told, when he had joined as a brahmacharin, maybe in Kashi, Swami Shantanandaji Maharaj, the disciple of Holy Mother, was living there. He developed tuberculosis. At that time, tuberculosis was a very dangerous disease. No cure. They will die. And it is contagious. It can spread quickly. So, they would be segregated when they come to know. And they would not go near them. They would provide the food and all other things. Wherever they are, people won't go there. Now, the same thing happened to Shantanandaji, the head of the center. There was providing everything, but taking care that nobody goes nearby. But he was a great soul. He used to be always thinking of God and taking the name of the Lord, the mantra given by Holy Mother herself to him. And he would not care for anything. He was not disturbed by any of this thing. But the head of the center there took care that he should not know that he has been afflicted by tuberculosis. So now, Salil Maharaj, or later on Sridharanandaji's earlier name was Salil Maharaj. So he was a brahmacharin. He was very healthy, strong, and he saw the child of Holy Mother be neglected like this. He couldn't withstand. He went and requested the head of the center then, Maharaj, I want to serve Shantanandaji Maharaj. Please allow me. He told, no, see, this is a very contagious disease. You are a young brahmacharin, it can come to you easily. No, Maharaj, in spite of that, I can give up my life. I don't care for that. I want to serve him. I can't see the child of Holy Mother in this condition. Okay, you can go and serve, but there are two conditions. What is that? One is, you should see that he should not come to know that he has tuberculosis. You should behave in such a way, one condition. And second, you can't go and serve separately. After all the work of yours, you have to do as a brahmacharin, there will be a lot of responsibilities and work. After your work is done, you can go and serve him. Now there was a lot of work for him to do the whole day. So only time he used to get free time was during the time of his meditation, japa. So he thought, let me give up my sadhana. Let me serve him during that period. So early in the morning and in the evening, he used to go serve him. And now the condition was that you should not make him aware that he has tuberculosis. So he can't just close his nose, put a mask, or go away, or don't touch the thing. So he started doing everything so closely as if he had no disease. So gradually, when he was doing this for a long time, he started developing the symptoms of tuberculosis. Even Salil Maharaj is telling now, or the Sridharanandaji is telling, that he developed symptoms of tuberculosis. Now he was losing weight. He was having that different symptoms of tuberculosis. So he just ignored that and went on serving. So now, when this disease increased in Shantanandaji Maharaj, he was taken to TB sanatorium in Ranchi. He thought just for a checkup or something while going on the route. Sridharanandaji is telling that when he was taken in the vehicle there, he saw the board, big board, TB sanatorium. Then he was a little upset. Why have I come to this TB sanatorium? What is the work here? Then the doctors unknowingly told him. He came to know that he has contacted tuberculosis. Then when he came back, Sridharanandaji is explaining, he went back to his room. He was very upset. He closed the door of his room. He didn't come out for 3 days and 3 nights. Just closed the door. Then as a brahmacharin, and also Maharaj is a little bold and straightforward, he started thinking, what is this? Such a great sadhaka and the disciple of Holy Mother, and he has done so much of sadhana, japa siddha. Now he's so afraid for his life. When he came to know that his tuberculosis and he is going to die, he is now upset by this. So some such doubts started cropping up in the mind. But even then they kept quiet. After the third day, Sridharanandaji tells, he opened the door and he came out. His face was beaming with joy. There was some sort of light in his presence. He was so joyful. Then he came. And then Sridharanandaji was there to receive him. He openly told, what is this, Maharaj? Why were you so afraid for your life? Why did you go inside and started mourning and crying? We could hear the way you were crying loudly inside your room. Why were you so afraid of your life? Then Swamiji told him, you naughty child, Pagla, you think that I was crying for myself, my life? No, I was not crying for my life. I don't bother about that. But I was worried about you. You are serving me day and night. And definitely tuberculosis will easily spread to you. So now I don't want to go in the history that a son or the child or the disciple of a holy mother sacrificed the life of a young brahmacharin just to cure himself. I don't want to go in the history with that bad name. So Mother also used to tell, Thakur also used to tell, if you cry for God for 3 days and 3 nights without food and anything, then you can realize God. Just now I told you the words of Master. He cried and wept and wept for Holy Mother for 3 days and 3 nights. And the third day, Holy Mother, he tells, that appeared to him. Then she asked, my dear child, why are you crying so much? What do you want? Mother, you should give me a boon. Vara, boon. What boon do you want, my child? That boy, Salil, he may die out of any disease. He should not die out of tuberculosis. That was the boon I asked. And Mother granted me that boon. So I am now so joyful I have come out. See? You should have that faith in the words of Sri Ramakrishna. What is he telling? Just he has made it so simple. Spirituality has been made so simple. Just you cry for so many things. But if you change your attitude and turn it towards God, it can give you God realization. So here is a beautiful example which happened. If you want, you can go to the YouTube channel of Sydney. Swamiji has narrated this incident even in more details. It is there on the YouTube channel of Sydney. If you can go and go to the playlist, you can find that incident. Maharaj himself narrates, Sridharanandaji has narrated this incident. But I heard it from him directly when I was a brahmacharin, and that has influenced me so much. Now, Mother, after giving that boon, she disappeared. Now, Sridharanandaji is telling, after that, gradually, all the symptoms of that weight loss and the temperature and all other symptoms of tuberculosis disappeared, and I started becoming healthy. Not only that, Shantanandaji also was cured of tuberculosis. So, again, remember, etch it in your heart what Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Even if you live in the world, one must go into solitude now and then. It will be of great help to a man if he goes away from his family, lives alone and weeps for God. Even, see, he has made it so less, even for 3 days. Even if he thinks of God for 1 day in solitude, when he has the leisure, that too will do him good. People shed a whole jug of tears for wife and children and husband, but who cries for God. Now, one of the Brahmo devotees, he is asking a question to Sri Ramakrishna. Mahashai, what are the means by which one can see God? Sri Ramakrishna is answering. Can you weep for him with intense longing of heart? See, this is very important. Now that actress in the Hollywood can be notified with this word, that longing, intense longing of heart. Can you weep for him, that is God, with intense longing of heart? Men shed a jug full of tears for the sake of their children, for the wives, for the husband, for the money. But who weeps for God? So long as the child remains engrossed with the toys of the world, the Divine Mother, or the mother, looks after her cooking and other household duties. But when the child no longer relishes the toys, it throws them aside and yells for its mother, cries for its mother. Then the mother takes the rice pot down from the hearth, runs in haste, and takes the child in her arms. So now, a warning also from Swami Vivekananda, because when we are narrating all these things, we should be also, because my time is coming to an end. So before concluding, I have to give one warning, because Swami Vivekananda has done that. What is that? It was noticed, that is during the time of Sri Ramakrishna, it was noticed that at this time, that some of the devotees, just like that actress, some of the devotees were making an unbridled display of their emotions. A number of them, particularly amongst the householders, began to cultivate, though at first unconsciously, the art of shedding tears. They were practicing in the house. They were cultivating the art of shedding tears, shaking the body, contorting the face, and going into trances, attempting thereby to imitate Sri Ramakrishna himself. They began openly to declare Sri Ramakrishna as divine incarnation and to regard themselves as his chosen people. But see, this is very important again. The answer for that actress can be noted here. What is that? Sharadanandaji is telling this. Who could neglect religious disciplines with impunity? They began openly to declare Ramakrishna as divine incarnation and to regard themselves as his chosen people, and doing all this shedding of tears and everything as if they could get trance. But they were neglecting religious disciplines with impunity. Now, Narendra, the would-be Swami Vivekananda, Narendra's penetrating eyes soon seized up the situation. He found out that some of these external manifestations were being carefully practiced at home to be acted there in front of Sri Ramakrishna and all the other devotees to show that they are having so much of trances. So they were being carefully practiced at home, while some were the outcome of malnutrition, nervous disability, mental weakness or nervous debility. Now, Swami Vivekananda, then Narendra, this is for all of us, because we have to analyze, not to find fault with others, but this for the analysis of our own inner heart. What is that? Now take the help of Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda, Narendra, mercilessly exposed those devotees who were pretending to have visions and asked all of them to develop a healthy religious spirit. So, in conclusion, there are so many other things, beautiful things are there, but I should also, Swamiji has praised that in South Africa they keep up so much of time, and if I take away the time, then all that will be. So now, in conclusion, now we can see tears, we shed tears, we cry for so many things. Not only the change of attitude and direction, that is turning it towards God, the very same shedding of tears or weeping, the process of shedding tears can help us spiritually all these ways. And these are all told by Sri Ramakrishna himself. What is that? One, it can wash away the dirt and impurities of our mind. Two, it can bring you God's grace. Three, it can give you God's vision and God's realization. Four, it can bring you God's favor. These are not told by me, it is told by Sri Ramakrishna. I am just repeating his words. It will give shedding tears for God, can give you the favor. It can bring you God's favor. It can wash away sins of former births. The fifth one. Sixth one, it will help in attaining yoga. Seventh, the fruits of action, the karma phala, will not touch you. Eighth, it will dry up the cravings for worldly pleasures. See, it's so easy, it's not costly. Just you are crying for so many things. Change your attitude, change the direction, turn it towards God. Weep for God and see, you can get all these wonderful results. Thank you so much. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayosritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. So Maharaj gave a beautiful
Holy Mother Sharda Devi. It goes like this. Dehi Dehi Sharada Gnanam Dehi Sharada. O Mother, give me Dehi Dehi Sharada Gnanam, knowledge. Prema Rupini Sharada Bhaktim Dehi Sarvada. Always give me devotion towards your lotus feet. So it goes on like this. Yoga Rupini Sharada Yogam Dehi Sharada Hamsa Vahini Hamsa Vadini Hamsa Pujite Sharada. You were worshipped by none other than the Paramahamsa. So let us enjoy this beautiful song on Holy Mother, Dehi Dehi Sharada. Dehi Dehi Sharada Gnanam Dehi Sharada. Dehi Dehi Sharada Gnanam Dehi Sharada. Dehi Dehi Sharada Gnanam Dehi Sharada. Prema Rupini Sharada. Prema Rupini Sharada. Bhaktim Dehi Sarvada. Dehi Dehi Sharada देहि सर्वदा योगरूपिणि शारदा योगं देहि सर्वदा बुद्धिरूपिणि शारदा बुद्धिरूपिणि शारदा मोक्षं देहि सर्वदा देहि देहि शारदा ज्ञानं देहि शारदा हंसवाहिनी हंसनादिनी हंसपूजिते शारदा हंसवाहिनी हंसनादिनी हंसपूजिते शारदा शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे देहि देहि शारदा ज्ञानं देहि शारदा चंद्र कलास्वरूपिणी पूर्णचंद्र कलास्वरूपिणी पूर्णयोगिनी शारदा पूर्णचंद्र कलास्वरूपिणी योगिनी शारदा शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे जय शारदे देहि देहि शारदा देहि शारदा देहि देहि शारदा ज्ञानं देहि शारदा प्रेमरूपिणि शारदा भक्तिं देहि सर्वदा देहि देहि शारदा ज्ञानं stop, Maharaj. Time is over already. 6:05. This is a song written by Tulsi Das ji on Sri Ramachandra. Raghuvar tumko meri laaj. Raghuvar tumko meri laaj. सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी, सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी। तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर, तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर। तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज। सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी, सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी। तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर, तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर। तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज। पतित उदारन बिरदतिहारो, पतित उदारन बिरदतिहारो। श्रवणन सुनी आवाज रघुवर, श्रवणन सुनी आवाज रघुवर। तुमको मेरी लाज रघुवर, तुमको मेरी लाज। हो तो पतित पुरातन कही रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज। खंडन दुख भंजन जन के, अघ खंडन दुख भंजन जन के, यही तिहारों काज रघुवर, यही तिहारों काज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज। तुलसीदास पर कृपा करिए, तुलसीदास पर कृपा करिए, तुलसीदास पर, तुलसीदास पर, तुलसीदास पर कृपा करिए, तुलसीदास पर कृपा करिए, भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर, भक्ति दान देहु आज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज। सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी, सदा सदा मैं शरण तिहारी, तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर, तुम ही गरीब निवाज रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, रघुवर तुमको मेरी लाज, रघुवर